YouTube, chicks. Get ready. You know what to do, chicks.
Listen, Chick Smooth.
Hey, Chick Smooth. Appreciate all the coverage that you've been doing. I've been watching your shit for a while. I just subscribed to your shit too, bro.
Oh boy, here we go, you guys. For anybody that ever wanted to see DJ Akademiks on the Joe Budden podcast this year, or possibly next year, sit right there, buddy, because it's gonna be a while. Mona, aka Don't Call Me White Girl, wants all the smoke with DJ Akademiks. After his recent new hire, Mark Lamont Hill, squashed his beef with DJ Akademiks, Joe Budden just realized in real time, oh shit, once again, I just hired somebody that does not like DJ Akademiks. Now, Mona's smoke with DJ Akademiks actually dates back a couple years ago. Mona did a No Jumper interview with Sharp, and she called out Akademiks for doing war in Chirac. Not only that, but Mona also told Akademiks, you're built like a dyke. Here's what she said a couple years ago about him.
We let real dweebs that wouldn't even jump out the car to cop a fucking eighth. If they made beer illegal, they would have a hard time getting it. They'd be paying $30 for a can of beer because they fucking don't know nothing. We gorillas. Like, once you survive the street and you don't rat, you're not dead. I ain't got that fucked up limp or they ain't put me in no chair. I'm a gorilla. You feel what I'm saying? I'm better than you because I survived that shit, period. And the thing about street people is we have knowledge that you can't just go get a degree in. You can have a degree in whatever you want. You can't learn this shit I know. And I damn near can't even fucking teach it. You understand what I'm saying? That look down, that whole like, they're thugs, they have criminal records. That's why you can't be in this culture of reporting on it. That's why Akademiks shouldn't have been the person reporting on all the Chicago shit. Because he ain't from 63rd. Like, he don't know shit about shit, but we let these people come in the culture and talk shit. Look at the people we talked about, Gil and Wallow. Gil locked the fuck up, doors kicked in over some motherfucking weed. Him and his bitch went to jail. And she was a square and open her fucking mouth ain't tell. This lady's a makeup artist. You understand what I'm saying? Fucking Wallow do a dub for robbery. Like, these motherfuckers is talking street shit, teaching street lessons because they walked on them streets. We let people that's really like in the culture that don't have Vlad, Akademiks, trap lore. I don't understand how they're allowed to do that shit. I don't get it. Shit, lightweight Adam. Like, I don't get how the white boys could just come in and do that. Akademiks, I don't want to hear from him.
I don't want to hear nothing from him neither.
Let's do a challenge. Put Akademiks in the back of the car, take him to a local weed block, and we challenge him to go buy the eighth. With a Corona mask, not even on no shit. Fitted cap, regular mask, so they just don't know you Akademiks. And I want to see you walk up to the local and get an eighth. And don't kick that. I don't smoke weed. He responded to this fat bitch, I don't smoke weed. Well, you might gotta buy eight for the bitch because I know she ain't fuck you because you. Built like a dyke. Built like a motherfucking lesbian. He built like a 40-year-old lesbian. He's like a female Manny Fresh.
Now, recently on their Patreon episode, while they were talking about Mano and DJ Akademiks going at each other, Mona brought up war in Chirac once again. She went on to say, yo, I don't really like Akademiks. While I was researching him, his come up, I realized this guy was using war in Chirac, where he was making fun of kids dying out in Chicago to basically come up in hip-hop. Now, it's always very interesting to watch anytime one person in the room has smoke with somebody everybody else likes. Akademiks has already been up on the Joe Budden podcast. Not only that, last year, DJ Akademiks was at Joe Budden's birthday party. So obviously, Joe, Ice, and Ish are not going to say anything negative about Akademiks. And of course, Mark Lamont Hill was not going to join in either. He just recently squashed his beef with Akademiks. So Mona was left on an island all by herself. Here it is.
It was long too, but I think my favorite part by far was when he compared their dicks. Basically said in so many words that he knows the whores, he knows the hoes, he's in the streets, and the hoes call Ack chicken nugget. I would like to also say I've heard the same. He said that he is a big dick dominator. He said something like that.
Dictator.
And, he's a big dick dictator. And don't talk to him like that. You can't even stand with him or
How does that come back to you? Somebody's like news about their shit being chicken nugget.
With me, because I told this to Joey, I'm the type of person, if my friends say they fuck somebody, the first thing I say is like, how was the pussy? How was it? You know what I mean? So, right there. And not to mention, if you fuck somebody like Akademiks, as big as his mouth is, you're going to say something about that dick being little because it's funny. You know what I mean? Especially his build. He already built like a baby mom. So it's like built like baby mom with his little ass dick. It's funny as shit. Yes, I'm not a big fan of him. I hope that's not nobody's cousin. I said that with love.
I mean, him and I had one of the biggest shows ever. That's all.
I saw your little show.
We ain't gonna talk.
You made it. You made the show.
We all had a hand in it.
Oh, you won't fuck with that.
I just don't.
Did you not gather that from the last?
Listen.
2 minutes?
Do y'all really want to know? Do y'all really want to know for real? When I found out the history of him, like how he started, I was just like, what the fuck? People let that fly? Like they're reporting on Chicago and stuff like that. I don't know. I'm not a big fan of people that are like not in the streets at all, doing all street content. I just don't get that. Like, you know what I mean? I just feel like you have to be at least adjacent to it to be able to report on it. You know what I mean? In my personal opinion. I don't want to hear shit from a square that wouldn't even walk through these blocks they discuss every day. I don't. That's my personal opinion.
I don't know if I agree. I think good coverage is good coverage.
How can you cover it good if you don't understand it, never seen it, never been there, never been close to it? How can you cover it well? How?
Would that be the same thing as if you compare like I won't say Stephen A, but someone who's never actually played the sport or someone who's not actually involved in that way, but still able to speak about it in a way that sounds like they know what they're talking about?
No.
You wouldn't be the same?
No. People lose their lives in the street. It's a
Not
different
just that,
thing.
it's a politics that come in the street that if you discussing it from a wide array, you might not understand.
There's a politics that come with everything that you
Not like
You compare it to the sports.
I'm saying, well, she's saying because he's never come from the streets, he's never done any of the things that happen in the streets, he shouldn't be able to report on it. I'm not saying she's right or wrong. I'm just saying, I think if you're a good reporter and you have enough knowledge on how to find out information on something, you can report on it in an honest way, even though you have not experienced it yourself.
I didn't say he shouldn't. I'm just giving you the difference between the streets and sports. I didn't say he can't report on it.
Yeah, the politics of sports is much more widely discussed than the politics of
street stuff.
Illegal enterprises.
Right, because a lot of times what I see
is accurately and openly.
Okay.
Well, a lot of times what I see is people report on the streets, and then it's always this little twang of like disgust almost. Like, you know, they're stupid or it was like you don't understand it enough to even have that opinion. You know what I mean? Like, I don't. This is my personal opinion, especially when people he built his whole shit off that. I never knew that. That's how he started with the reporting on all the drill stuff. You know what I'm saying? And so many people lost their lives in Chicago. It's ground zero for that. That's where, in my opinion, Chicago influenced the country, the world. I listened to drill from Germany. You know what I mean? And it's like real drill music has real crime in it. It's assault and murder in it. So, you know.
I feel you. I don't know enough about it to comment.
Look, see,
you don't?
No.
And the reason why I don't...
I'm talking about acts, or like I'm talking about in terms of the academics part of it. I just don't know. I don't know his backstory, so I don't know enough about it.
From what I heard, he was reporting on Chicago.
Now, to be fair, Akademiks has since taken accountability for war in Chirac so many times. He was actually confronted by a bunch of people out in Chicago for it a couple years back on Clubhouse. And on top of that, he's also done actual interviews with the people he was covering in Chicago. People like G Herbo, Chief Keef, Lil Reese. These guys have all sat down with him and done interviews, and they've also given him props for doing the war in Chirac.
I would cover Chicago again, just way different. Yeah, I wouldn't do the nicknames. You know what I mean? Yeah. That was at a time where shit, it felt like it was okay. Yeah. Me growing up, I'm like, nah.
When we was young, it was funny though. Like we was tweaking off this shit. Like, man, he calling this nigga the Grand Reaper. He just calling this nigga Max Payne. He doing this. He calling this nigga this. You feel what I'm saying?
By the way, Lil Reese did put out a tape called Grim Reaper.
So if the people that you're doing content on don't feel offended, you're probably not trying to hear anybody else's opinion on it. I'm just keeping it real with you guys. Outside of Vic Mensa, there hasn't been too many popular artists in Chicago that was actually pissed off that Akademiks was doing war in Chirac. Now, last night, DJ Akademiks responded back to Mona, and here's what he said.
And you're trying to say, well, there's lame people and not lame people. Well, the lame dudes created this for the most part. And again, we're not talking just podcasts. We're talking about, when we talk about how digitally media happens now, I think I played a great part in it, because you know what? You get the Dusty Dyke bitch over Joe Budden podcast. I don't even know who she is. She can't stop talking about me. They keep talking about the war in Chirac, which, by the way, completely incorrect. The war in Chirac ain't won't pop me off, but you know, the uneducated scammers like that will say that. And by the way, Shorty, please don't hop in a beef. If you ever want to squabble, let me. and people been saying you've been talking shit. But here's the thing, you're not relevant enough. You're filling out the Melissa Ford slot, shorty. I know, and by the way, I went over to their Reddit to see the vibe. They want me to check you. Since Ice and Ish won't check you, you taking over the show, talking over people. Bitch, we don't want to hear the dyke bitch that's a white chick, come from Philly, nothing attractive, just saying a bunch of dumb shit, limited knowledge and limited vocabulary. We don't want her taking over the podcast, okay? Joe's too scared to kind of say something because you giving that masculine energy. So they're hoping, you come in and simmer her down that the cast could be a little bit more calibrated. I've done a lot of favors. I'll do this one later. She's just not that relevant. She's just not that relevant. I got to give it up no matter what, because you know what? I'm all about let's keep the same energy. You know, everybody said, yo, Mano's tough. Yo, you talk shit to X, Y, and Z. You ain't going to say nothing to Mano because Mano's tough. All right, bet. So I got to keep the same energy. Bet. Let me do the Mano shit. Cool. Then you get the dyke looking bitch on Joe Budden podcast. Like, is she piling on? Like, ho, we don't know you, shorty. Like, you on Joe Budden podcast, keep doing what you're doing. I ain't even mad at you or whatever you're doing, but it's like, nigga, you've been trying to get on my radar. I don't know you. You're just like this ugly dyke old bitch, bro. Like, come on. That sound like you've been smoking cigarettes for 25 years. I don't want to get on your ass because, number one, I know how that's going to go. It's going to be in your favor on social media. Bitches is going to want to support you because they're going to think, because that's what they do. They support these loser ass thinking that's how they take me down. But then you got the bitch on Joe Budden podcast. Bruv, I don't know if Joe not paying you enough. Joe getting $20 million. You don't need to do that cloud chasing because I don't think nobody even watch your shit. I think you got your own podcast. You know Joe, my mans. Me and Joe, we had an iconic show. Bro, don't bring your little issue with me over there. Like, keep it on your podcast and nobody watching. Like, Joe not gonna give you a raise. He's getting $20 million. Y'all keep getting y'all $300 or whatever the fuck y'all getting. It's okay. So that's my thing. But it's like Voltron. They're all trying to form because here's the thing. When you're popular, I keep telling you it's like a Drake effect. I'm not necessarily calling myself Drake and this shit, but that does work.
Now, first off, Joe, do not fall for the bait, brother. Akademiks wants you to start cracking the whip, start making Mona feel uncomfortable, which eventually might lead to her leaving the podcast or possibly getting fired. Don't do it. And now, secondly, everybody knows Mona is a verbal crash out. She does not give a fuck who talks about her or what people say about her. And you gotta remember, she's a comedian, somebody who jokes and insults people professionally for a living. And she's also from Philly. So if it comes down to it, she will put hands on you in person. However, the only thing is, I don't think Joe is going to give her much of a chance and opportunity to really go at Akademiks on the podcast. The same way we saw Joe Budden quickly snip Mark Lamont Hill going at Akademiks, that's what I'm going to assume is going to happen here. Even though if you guys listen to the podcast, no matter what, Mona is still going to get in her jokes. Personally, I don't see much coming from this. I think eventually somebody's going to catch her up to speed with everything, and who knows, she might still hate Akademiks after that. But you guys get in the comments below, who do you guys think is right or wrong in this situation? And how far do you guys expect this beef between Akademiks and Mona to last? Like this video, subscribe to my channel. I'll see you guys later, man.